Hello and welcome to Jurassic World Evolution. Yes, we are back. I absolutely love this game when it came out. And we now have the biggest DLC so far called Return to Jurassic Park. The very first film in 1993. Can we fix that park and bring it back from the brink? That is the goal of this DLC. We have Dr. Grant, Dr. Sadler, and Dr. Malcolm all returning with their actual voices in this DLC. It's very, very cool. I'm going to show you guys the first mission, and it does come out on the 10th of December, just so you guys are aware. I'll be covering the full DLC on launch, so look out for that.
As you can imagine, everything is a wee bit of a muddle on Isla Nublar, so we'll have our work cut out for us.
Yes, a return to the scene of the crime, as it were.
What crime would that be?
Hubris, John. Something that'll hopefully be managed a little more thoroughly this time.
I admit that I may have been too enthusiastic, and that it may have led to blind spots. That's why I've brought young Cabot Finch along with us.
So, what kind of science are you studying, Cabot?
Business.
Business? Great. The last thing we need more of.
After reviewing everything with Mr. Hammond, we'll need to start by placing an arrival point. Then, we can restore the core facilities and get a ranger outpost up and running.
We?
Well, you, actually, Dr. Grant, and Dr. Sattler, and Dr. Malcolm.
Much to do, but it sounds easy enough.
You really are new to this, aren't you, Finch?
I must admit, it's so cool hearing the voices, seeing the elements, even simple things like the iconic Jurassic Park gate, the iconic toilets you see in Jurassic Park. It is in this game now, and it's so cool. So mission 1, we need to regain control of the park. We have landed. We need to fix what happened in the film, basically. Fix it completely up. I'm trying to get rid of some trees so I can see what's going on, where the boundaries are. Look at the gate, that legendary gate that we see in Jurassic Park. What a film that was. Oh, the new ones are fine, but they're not quite as good, in my opinion. I don't want to touch on it too much. But anyway, let's put down a operation, which is the Ranger Outpost. Obviously, this is essential. This is how you tranquilize the dinosaurs. It's the bare bones of the park. You need rangers, good rangers, and normally a decent amount as well. They do quite a lot. So this game's a little bit different. The guests arrive via the helicopter, like the film. So they arrive, they go and look around the park because of the dinosaurs, but they arrive via air, the helicopter pad, which I believe might be brand new actually. There's so many different elements. The visitor center is now the main hub, so you can add like research centers into it. It's the main hub of the DLC, like the film. That is a raptor pit over there. You can just about saw that. But I'm so excited for this DLC. When I heard it was based off the original film, the dinosaurs look exactly the same as the film. I was like, yes! This is such a cool idea. I believe it's about, don't quote me on this, about £16, which is about $15-ish. So that's the highest price DLC so far. But there's a lot of content. Of course, you've got the missions. You've got the sandbox mode as well. Now we have the next objective. Oh yes. Let's do some repairs. So let's get the power back online.
You nervous to be back, Dr. Grant?
You know, the last time I was here, I left in kind of a hurry. And I want to make absolutely sure what happened isn't repeated ever again, so I've returned. Reluctantly. On the positive side of the ledger, it's a chance to work with living dinosaurs. Does that paint a clearer picture for you?
Completely, Dr. Grant. And Mr. Hammond seems pretty confident we can get everything working as designed and intended.
Confidence is not something John Hammond lacks. Competence, however,
Is something I pride myself in, Dr. Grant. We'll need to repair the geothermal power station to start.
okay, once that is done, we can focus on the visitor center. Repaired and powered, it should give us a solid base of operations.
So now the dinosaurs
You know, I was
can
reluctant to
attack
come back
the
here
rangers.
for
So
obvious
hence the
reasons,
defense
but then
options.
I realized that I was even more reluctant to stay away because nature would take its course, as it always does.
I felt the same. Still, there's no denying this is the single most important place on Earth right now. Perhaps ever.
Perhaps, but what of Dr. Grant?
He and I are a team. Through thick and thin, you know?
Yes. Still, chaos, Dr. Sattler. Chaos has me contemplating whether we can actually make things better or just delay the inevitable.
It all comes down to responsibility. The last time we were here, we were Hammond's guests. This time, we're more like partners. Now we have the knowledge and the means to make a change.
Ambitious, Dr. Sattler. That's ambitious, but, I do like the sentiment.
Good. I'll need a research module added to the visitor center. Then we can get a look at the different fencing available.
Let's add an emergency bunker to that list as well. I mean, we've both experienced how effective fences have been in the past.
Right, so when I got the research module down, there was a fossil module there as well, expedition module, all in one center, just in one area. Where the previous, I guess the full game, you have different modules, different buildings for those. This is the epicenter, the main visitor center is your hub in this. So the Jeeps have the Jurassic Park skin, so it looks spot on there as well. Wow, what the hell? Is that the little research thing you see in the first film? I can't remember what it's called now. I think that's when they explain how the DNA splicing works, and that's sort of how they show you. Yeah, that's also in the game. This is where you can research all your dinosaurs. If you have different packs, I guess you get more dinosaurs available, which is cool. Those are cosmetic genes, traits you can add to your dinosaurs. Very similar to the full game, of course. A bunch of treatments you need to look into. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. But it just feels like it's like the original film, and that's really cool. Really cool. I love it. I love how they were like, yeah, we need to do this properly. We really can't screw this up, but again, these are dinosaurs. They're not stupid. They're very aggressive. They will probably always work out a way to escape. It's just how it is. Just how it is. The shelter is almost ready, and he's a connecting road. So they've learnt again a lesson there. The fences are great, but a shelter's safer. And also, the research is done. There we go. Now to go and tranquilize
Mr.
3
Hammond
raptors.
is very concerned. We're getting reports of staff injuries.
Velociraptors. Okay, we have to get them enclosed in the raptor pen.
Aren't you an expert on raptors, Dr. Grant?
I think that it'd be fair to say that raptors and Dr. Grant have history.
Devoting your life to the study of an animal means accepting the harsh truth that it would try to kill you if you ever came face to face with it.
You did come face to face with it.
Which was impossible before Jurassic Park. So that had to count for something.
It did. It counted for a lot of sleepless nights.
Just note there's a Jurassic Park tour, which isn't currently working. But yeah, as I was saying, dinosaurs will now attack the rangers. So,
This is completely
yeah.
unacceptable.
Unlike the previous full game, they'd be fine. They wouldn't get attacked. If a dinosaur's angry and they see a ranger, they won't hesitate. They will smack that ranger truck, that jeep, as hard as they want. They will do some serious damage. We're trying to get the rangers to tranquilize the velociraptors, and then go put them into the pen, so they're nice and safe. Velociraptors are so hard to keep happy. Like, they're so... Just chill out. They were such a pain in the full game. I can see why they had issues. 100%. They're never happy. It has to be the exact right number, the exact right amount of space, the exact amount of foliage. Oh my god. Chill out. Take a chill pill. So again, like the previous game, you tranquilize them and you teleport them with a helicopter to your required destination, which is the Raptor Pit of Doom. The first mission's fairly easy, obviously it's trying to set us in again. And that fence is the main issue there. We need to fix that fence as soon as possible. I can definitely hear some screaming. Whoops! Nothing to do with me! So the park officially is closed right now.
So
Gotta do some
our goal
fixes
now
first,
is get
of course.
everything under control, right?
Control? No, Finch. The best that you can hope for on Isla Nublar is managed chaos.
And that is why you are here, Dr. Malcolm.
So, not my sparkling personality then?
We just need Jurassic Park manageable, chaos and all. Then we can think about larger plans.
Alan and I still really aren't comfortable opening the park to tourists.
That is kind of an understatement.
I understand your sentiment and your concerns, but all in due course. And I do seem to remember seeing the public at your dig site in the Badlands. Charged them, didn't you?
Those donations help fund our research.
As did I.
For which we are grateful, but
But it's really no different than what we are doing here at Jurassic Park, Dr. Sattler. Just on an admittedly much grander scale.
And with more theatrics and buttered popcorn.
we all know your vision, John. The execution, it really needs work.
That is why you are all here. To make sure this dream, my dream, doesn't die.
And there is one other major difference between us, John. In Montana, Ellie and I were pulling dinosaur fossils out of the ground. And here, it's the dinosaurs that are trying to put us into the ground.
And isn't that exciting?
Finch, you really need to learn when to stop talking.
Finch, just chill out. So I don't want to talk over the dialogue. For me, like, it's one of the best parts of the DLC. I'm not as interested as those guys. I don't care. No one is, actually. Anyway, so trying to finish off the tour, it got, I guess, a little bit destroyed in the movie. So we're going to try and fix it, get up and running again. So once we get guests here, they can take a nice tour with some nice funny dinosaurs around. Definitely no T-Rexes. That's a good tip. That tour would not work very well. Imagine the tour. Oh look, there's a T-Rex. Oh Jesus. Those teeth. Yeah, done a big loop. Brought it back in. The tour is now done. Yay! And we can ride it and we can test it out. Which is pretty cool. How chilled out is this? You can switch cars, switch views. This looks like fun. I want to go on this tour. As long as it's nice dinosaurs that won't trample on me or eat me, I'm fine with that. Any more research we can do? The medical ones are the least interesting, but definitely the most essential. Believe me, I speak from experience. They may not sound very interesting, but yeah, they're worth it. So that's how we open the park. We go to the helipad, we open it, but we've still got a few issues, such as the fence, which is quite a big issue. Let's get another substation down. This is how the power works. As long as your building is slightly touching that circle, the power circle, the building has power. How are the raptors? It's just so hard to keep raptors happy. It is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Research complete. Despite the fact we haven't really done much in terms of trying to improve their comfort, the dinosaurs seem fairly happy. There's food there, ready and available. We've got rangers now as well, so they're pretty happy. Yeah, and again, power. As you can imagine, if the power cuts out, and you got electric fences, keeping dinosaurs behind them, like a T-Rex, for example, and the electric goes out, it can get terrifying very, very quickly. Very, very quickly indeed. So, the next objective is to just try and protect the main area, finish off the wall, But if I do that, it begins the next mission, which means I can't show you guys any more gameplay. So I'm just looking around, taking in all the science, looking at the dinosaurs, Triceratops, for example. So many insanely epic dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure all the dinosaurs from the first film are in this game and are exactly the same. Same skins. How they looked in those films is how they look in this DLC. In the game, they're slightly altered, updated, I guess, based on more recent information on those dinosaurs. Righty then. Yeah, that's the visitor center. Look how cool that looks. It looks like it's been literally grabbed from the film, which is pretty cool. Again, as you progress through the missions, you unlock more research potentials. At the moment, we're locked into mission 1, so we can't really do too much. Once you open the shelter, everybody will run to the shelter. They will panic, so you don't want to do that unless it's absolutely essential. On a big park, you normally need 1, 2, or even 3 shelters to keep everyone safe. And there's that busted fence that we need to get back online at some point. I wasn't sure whether to maybe drive and try and fix the fence, but some bits are actually missing, so you can repair it by all means, but yeah, some of it's not actually there. It's not physically ready to be fixed. Yeah, so you got if dinosaurs try and attack you, you got obviously the tranquilizers, you got flares as well. You can medicate the dinosaurs if they get ill. The flares I believe are new, and the fact that dinosaurs can now attack the jeeps is new as well. So I've not actually experienced it yet. But they can barge into you, attack you, and then obviously your rangers are in trouble and they can't do their job. Which ain't good, is it? Not good at all. So that's, yeah, there's physically a bit missing there that we can't repair. Done some more medical research. Very good. This is one of the only Frontier games that actually is released on Xbox and PS4. So if you haven't played it already, highly recommend it. Jurassic Park Gate. It's quite expensive, but I thought maybe we should put one down just for the lulz. Why not? I'll find a good spot. Oh yes, look at that. It's one of those films I don't think I'm ever gonna forget. It was that good. It was that good. Well, let's try and fix this fence. Try and fit it in. There we go. So now it will begin mission 2. Unfortunately, it's quite an abrupt end to this episode, but of course, when the game comes out, the DLC comes out, I'll be covering it. I can't wait. Really can't wait for this. It's like a really cool intro, like trailer sort of intro into this, like how they come back and they arrive here, which I can't show you. But that will be for the 10th of December. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is Jurassic World Evolution. I'll leave some links to my original series. I've covered the game already. I think I've done all the main missions and got to the end. So, yeah. If you guys want to check it out, feel free. And I'll see you guys soon.